कांदे, केहू नाचे, केहू मति मति, केहू मति मन माने, केहू कांदे, केहू नाचे, केहू मति माने। नारद मुनि बजाए बिना, राधिका रमन नामे। पंचवदना नारद धोरी, प्रेम रसंग नारोला। पंचवदना नारद धोरी, प्रेम रसंग नारोला। कमल हसना नचिय बोलो, बोलो बोलो हरि बोलो। कमल हसना नचिय बोले, बोलो बोलो हरि बोलो। नारद मुनि बजाए बिना, राधिका रमन नामे। सहस्राना परम सुखे, हरि हरि बोली गाया। सहस्रनामा परम सुखे, हरि हरि बोली गाया। नाम प्रभवे मतिलो विश्वा, नाम रसा सभी पाया। नाम प्रभवे मतिलो विश्वा, नाम रसा सभी पाया। नारद मुनि बजाए बिना, राधिका रमन नामे। श्री कृष्ण नाम रसन सूरी, पुरलो मरा आशा। श्री कृष्ण नाम रसन सूरी, पुरलो मरा आशा। श्री रूप वंदे यजन हिया, भक्ति विनोद नासा। श्री रूप वंदे यजन हिया, भक्ति विनोद नासा। नारद मुनि बजाए बिना, राधिका रमन नामे। नारद मुनि बजाए बिना, राधिका रमन नामे। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, राम 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 हरे। नारद मुनि बजाए।
हरे कृष्णा। प्रभु जी हरे कृष्णा। हरे कृष्णा। Very beautiful bhajan, Mataji. I hope Prabhuji will now take over. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful start. Prabhu, the last 10 minutes we will require for Damodar Ashtakam so that everybody can offer ghee lamp. Yeah. So all the devotees are requested to be ready with the ghee lamp. Hare Krishna. Over to you, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you, Balaji. So we start with 10. Okay, let's start with the Mangacharam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Cheva Narottamam Devem Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayam Udhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंद गोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्. So I once again welcome you all, Prabhujis and Matajis, and I seek your blessings so that we can glorify the Lord and His devotees with the right mood. And whatever we discuss remains in our heart for a very long time. So about the Mangalacharan, I was hearing yesterday, the reason why we do Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 3 times is because many times when we reach the temple in hurry, right? In the hurry to attend the Bhagavatam class. So when we reach, our mind is yet to stable. I mean, physically we are yet to reach, and mind, of course, is going to take longer. So when we do first time Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, our mind is still coming from home to the temple, and then second from temple to the place where we are sitting, and third time, yes, when we do third time, then we at least can pay some attention to make ourselves realize that we are finally into the Bhagavatam class. I mean, this is one practical reason that I heard in my class. Yes. So we are going to discuss the verses from basically 6 and 7. The reason why we did the bhajan about Narada Muni is because he has a great role in the life of every Vaishnava, and we have so many examples in Srimad Bhagwatam who were helped by Naradji in different forms, in different techniques. So once we are in the shelter of Naradji, then the bhakti is guaranteed. Another reason why glorifying Naradji is so important is because he is one example where he was, as we hear in the Srimad Bhagwatam first canto, 4th, 5th chapter, in his past life, he was the son of a maid servant in the forest, and then he got an opportunity to serve the great sages who were staying in the forest for those Chaturmasa. And then when he served, then from a human platform, Naraji is one who reached in the very next life. He got the darshan of the Lord in the very same life, and then he became the closest devotee of the Lord ever. He is the only one who can enter any place, any planet, anywhere, and everyone hears him. So there are a lot of things we have to adapt, we have to follow from Naraji's life. As a preacher, we may not be getting a warm welcome at every place. We may have to go to different even other abominable area also, right? Naraji was going to Yudhishthira palace and then meeting Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, right? And then we hear the incident of Kamsa. He meets Kamsa and then he's the one who tells which finger is first, and then you should not believe eighth son will be the eighth one only. So he is playing role everywhere. He is the one who reminded Krishna after during the time when he killed Kesi demon that you have come here for a purpose. And then because Krishna was always busy in his childhood pastimes, Naraji always has a role to play. So he can go anywhere and then make the difference. And similarly, we are going to hear something more about Naraji and what role he played in this current pastime that we are discussing. So we go to these two verses, then starting with sixth one. Tam drishtva vridita devyo vivastra shapa sankitah vasamsi paryuduh sigram vivastrau neva guhako. Yes. So I request Krishna Murthy Prabhuji to please read the translation. There is no purport here. Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Please,
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Translation by A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Upon seeing Narada, the naked young girls of the demigods were very much ashamed, afraid of being. Oh, 1 second, Mataji, Prabhuji. Afraid of being cursed, they covered their bodies with their garments. But the two sons of Kubera did not do so. Instead, not caring about Narada, they remained naked. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So it is said there are different types of intoxications one gets. So it may be because of higher education, birth in a royal family. It may be of beauty. It may be because of strength. It may be because of the opulence one has. So the intoxication which is due to the wealth is one of the most dangerous among all. So that is what has been happening with the sons of Kubera, whose names are Nal Kubera and Manigreva. So one thing that we learn from here is about the girls. Okay, they at least had a sense that when Narada Muni came, they at least had the sense to cover themselves and then run away from there. So this reminds me of Jagai Madai story also. They both were involved, right, in all the bad activities. But when Nityanand Prabhu is hit by Madai, Jagai was trying to stop him. Okay, they both were involved, right? But the question is, who is at least a subordinate bad, and then who is the main master bad? So here, sons of Kubera, master bad, and then the subordinate bads are like those girls, and they escaped. So similarly, Jagai helped Nityanand Prabhu indirectly. Okay, so the message that we learn from here is two things. One, the intoxication of the wealth is very, very dangerous. This life is limited, and what we take from this life with us is basically our subtle body, how much we are elevating ourselves or how much we are degrading ourselves. So the sons of Kubera have done this mistake, and they were completely intoxicated. Naraji had appeared there, and then this will further show the character of a Vaishnava, that whichever place he goes, he can only do good for others. And we will discuss more about this when we read the next verse and the purport. Any Prabhuji or Mataji want to read the verse? Sindhu Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Pranam,
Yes.
Prabhuji. Can you
Yes,
hear
Mataji.
me?
Yes, Mataji, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. You want me to read 7 sloka, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, yes.
Okay. 10.10.7. Tau drishtva madiramatau श्रीमदान्दौ शुरात्मजौ तयोर अनुग्रहार्ताय शापं दास्यन् idam जगौ.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. Please read the translation also.
Translation by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Seeing the two sons of the demigods naked and intoxicated by opulence and false prestige, Devarshi Narada, in order to show them special mercy, desired to give them a special curse. Thus he spoke as follows.
Yes. Now let me
Hare
request
Krishna.
Navkishori Mataji. Thank you, Sindhu Mataji. Yes, Navkishori Mataji. Please read the purport.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. Thank you. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Although in the beginning Narada Muni appeared very angry and cursed them, at the end the two demigods, Nalakuvira and Manigriva, were able to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, face to face. Thus the curse was ultimately auspicious and brilliant. One has to judge what kind of curse Narada placed upon them. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura gives herein a good example. When a father finds his child deeply asleep, but the child has to take some medicines to cure some disease, the father pinches the child so that the child will get up and take the medicine in a similar way. Narada Muni cursed Nalakubera and Manigriva in order to cure their disease of material blindness. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. So it may appear that the moment Narada Muni saw the boys in this naked form, then he immediately gave them the curse. But no, we will read that Narada Muni, around next 8 to 10 verses are on this. Narada Muni thought a lot that for this kind of mistake, what should be the appropriate punishment, and then he meditated a lot. See, Narada Muni is having a boon that he can go anywhere in the universe, as we discussed, as per his will. And then that is the role that our Srila Prabhupada, our Acharyas have also been doing, right? Roaming around different countries in the world and then glorifying the Lord, making more people devotees, and preaching about the holy name. So the role of a Parivajaka-charya, right? The one who is always traveling, a traveling monk. So in this regard, I just heard like one very senior devotee was doing book distribution, and he was very new, because Gita Marathon month is also coming. He was very new to book marathon. He was very shy also in nature. So he was asking the people who were passing, and then the moment he opens his mouth saying, "I am a traveling monk," and then before he speaks the next line, the person says, "Then keep traveling." So basically, he was not interested in buying the book. So point is what? Why we discuss this is because of the word travel, right? Parivajaka acharyas, they are always traveling. Why do they travel? something very close relation with Jagannath. Why does Jagannath during the Ratha Yatra comes out from the grand temple and going on the streets and roads? Why? Because Jagannath knows that people are so busy in their so-called day-to-day work, they don't get time to come to the temple and give the darshan to the Lord or take the darshan of the Lord. So Jagannath, out of his will, he comes out and give them the darshan to shower his mercy. Ahetu ki kripa. There is no reason. Hetu means the reason. There is no reason. Are we qualified? No, completely not. But Jagannath wants to give his mercy. Similarly, now the devotees of the Lord also, they don't have any reason to roam around the world. But all they need is wherever they see a poor conditioned soul suffering in this material world, they are going just to deliver them and give a chance to them to connect, to come closer to the Lord. Srila Prabhupada is the best example of all this. He was in his 70s, well placed in Sri Radha Damodar Temple, Vrindavana, next to Yamuna. And then he had everything that anyone at that age would have dreamed of. Association of devotees, he was printing books, serving his Guru Maharaj here also, and then doing everything. But then at that age, he decided to go to US to even complete the instruction of his spiritual master to even a higher degree. Okay, so it is said, Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani, the place where the devotees of the Lord goes, that place becomes like a pilgrimage. It is further even said that when people come to wash off their sins and take bath in the pilgrimage rivers, then the pilgrimage is also getting polluted. Okay, but when such devotees of the Lord goes, it even gives reduces the burden of these pilgrimages, and they are again freshened up to give shelter to more and more souls to come going forward. So the point here is, Naradji had a power to say anything and let that get complete. He meditated a lot before he decided what curse should be given to these two sons. When we get angry, we have no control on where and how our emotions are taking us, left, right, center, in all the directions. Once Srila Prabhupada got little angry on a disciple, and then he said, if you again make this mistake, I'll reject you. And that disciple asks Srila Prabhupada, very humbly he asks, Srila Prabhupada, will you really reject me? And Srila Prabhupada says, with tears in his eyes, no, I'm not as highly qualified as Nityanand Prabhu. You are, and then I can never reject you, right? Basically, it was related to that Chota Haridas incident where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had to reject, to set an example. He did not reject him also, but just to set an example, right? So the point here is, on one moment, our Siksha Guru, our gurus may sound little angry, but there is a huge difference between the anger that they exhibit and the way how we take it. Because we have no control. They have full control. In next moment, they can be as cool as the ice, whereas we cannot. Okay. And then look at the special curse given by Narada to these two boys. Who in the world will not like to be placed in the courtyard of Srimati Yashoda Maharani and Nanda Baba? Who in the world would not like to be placed in a place where Lord Krishna is exhibiting his childhood pastimes? So, if we meditate a bit more, it will be very difficult to understand from which angle it was actually a curse. So, if we, for example, if we take a sample of blood of a person of, say, blood group O positive, then every sample that we take will have the same signs, right? O positive. Whether we take it 1 time, 5 times, 1 drop, or 5 drops, the blood group will be always O positive. Now, these great Vaishnavas, the great sages like Narada Muni, if he's transcendental, he's always in. We just read that bhajan, right? He's mad behind the ecstatic chanting of the holy name. So, and looking at him, Narada, sorry, Shiva, Brahma, they are dancing like mad. So, when they say anything, there is not even an iota of having a bad thinking for anybody else. Okay, their curse cannot be a curse. I mean, it is always a blessing. One may ask, then why did he ask Kamsa to kill the other sons of Mother Devaki? He could have saved them. Then why did he do so there? The answer is very simple. He wanted the Lord to appear as soon as possible. Those sons of Devaki were anyway going to be liberated because of the arrangement of the Lord. I mean, they had to be killed due to their past karma by Kalanemi to get relieved from their cycle of basically the next birth. So the point here is what? When we associate, the question is, what do we apply in our life from this? Okay, following are the things. Even if we are very, very resourceful, or if we are very, very lack of resources in our life, if we have to choose one of them, these two verses makes it very clear. Anyway, in this material world, it is dukkale asasutam. We are always going to be, if we are on the material platform, we are always going to be suffered by one thing or another, right? If we are anyway going to be suffered, and if we have to choose between these two things, being resourceful or being struggling for resources, the safer option is to be resourceless. I 100% agree, it is very easy to say. But then when we hear these examples and when we meditate upon them, it gives us a feeling. Jiva Goswami, I was hearing this morning, Jiva Goswami says in Bhakti Sandarbha that in Kali Yuga, it is very easy to be humble. Because in order to have the proud, we have to have something that we can be of, that we can be proud of. In Kali Yuga, prayena alpayusha sabya kalau ashmin yuge jana manda sumanda matiyo mande bhagya yupadarta. In Kali Yuga, we don't have long life. We don't have good memory. We don't have, we are always disturbed. Right? Everybody is always quarreling. A smallest thing in the world can create the biggest havoc. And we see it around. It's just a matter of seeing Pashyati na pashyati, right? There is another sloka in second canto, first chapter, verse number 5. We are seeing the things around us, but we are not seeing them. We are seeing people dying. No, but we don't see it. Right? Am I able to explain? We see that, but we don't see it. Basically, we don't realize it. There is a very nice verse in Padma Purana which says, Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddhyo Nitya Mukto Abhinatva Nama Namino. This very same verse is clearly telling there is no difference between the Lord and His holy name. Further, the very holy name is going to show us, if someone says, I want to see the Lord, what is the way? Way is to chant nicely. Krishna, who is the master of all the senses, in this Kali Yuga has now decided that he wants to give his darshan to his devotees through ear. When we hear the holy name of the Lord, we get the darshan of the Lord. So Nama, then Rupa, we get the darshan of the Lord. Then Guna, his characteristics, his qualities. Nam, Rupa, Guna, Leela, his pastimes. Dham, when we always see his pastimes regularly, are all there in his holy name. Very simple statement. It is said Krishna consciousness is very simple but difficult to follow. Why? Why? Because we are very complex. We believe but we don't believe, right? Exactly like we see but we don't see. So, as a small analogy, if we take a bottle of honey, okay, then the thick honey is there in the bottom. Bottle is holy name bottle, okay. So on the top it is like Rupa, Guna, Leela, Dham, and it is all Nam. And the bottle is sealed, and we are outside this bottle. We feel we are free, but our unfortunate part is, though we are free, but we are entangled. Entangled means what? We are stuck. Where are we stuck? We are stuck that we have to meditate ourselves only. Why? Because look at our position. This great fortune bottle has got everything inside this. And we are the one who even are struggling to hear the name of the Lord. We have to hear more and more deeply. Then all those things manifest. We have to go inside that bottle to experience those things. But we are free, but we are stuck. When it is a right. Usually things which are inside are trapped, right? But we are outside, but we are trapped. So with this, I take a pause here, okay, and I seek your permission. Basically, if you have any question, comments, we can discuss. Mataji is there with her association, with her guidance. We can discuss even more.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Any question? Please come forward. Even if no question, then what is the learning? You all can take 5 minutes from this segment. That our speaker for today, he's asking for what is the learning, practical. If somebody can, share with us. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, because there was no response. Yes, Tsunami Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna, all the Vaishnavas. Thank you for a lovely class. So
how are you, Mataji? How is your health?
I'm okay. With Krishna's mercy and grace, we carry on. So okay. I've healed quite a bit. It's just a bit of phlegm, but okay. I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay. So what was your point?
So the lesson I take out of today's class is that if a Vaishnava reprimands us, it's never out of malice. It's never as a punishment. And there's always Krishna's plan as to why things happen, And if a Vaishnava has good reason to reprimand us or to bless us, and we must see it as a learning, and we must be humble, because pride is a bad thing. If you look at the sons of Kuvera, even though all the other gopis, covered their bodies or got out, because of pride, Nalakuvera and Manigriva, they just ignored this Vaishnava. So if we do that aparad, it'll always come back to us in a sort of a bad way. But because Narada Muni is so merciful, he reprimanded them so that Krishna can save them. That's what I took out of this. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hari Hari Bol.
Yes.
Prabhu,
So-
agree?
Hari Bol. Yes, Mataji. So once a devotee asked a question to Srila Prabhupada, have you seen the Lord? And then Prabhupada said, no, but I have seen his hand in everything. So this thank you, Salomi Mataji. Your point reminded me of this, because yes, due to the arrangement of the Lord, those boys somehow, right, they were into that situation, and because they ended up with the association of the pure devotee of Narada, so Lord was indirectly trying to help the boys to come out of that situation. And then the hand of the Lord is there in every situation. This is what I'm trying to say. Yes. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Any other? Anyone else who wants to
Hare
share?
Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, now Kishori Devidasi Mataji, please.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Today, as Prabhuji said, I also heard in other class also that one Mataji was saying, like she read somewhere, Srila Prabhupada said, when we chant or when we hear the Krishna Katha or when we are reading also, we can feel like, or we can imagine that Krishna is listening to us, or Krishna is sitting next to us or in front of us. So whenever we do some services like that, we can always put the Krishna in the center. So whatever we are doing is a Krishna. Krishna is everywhere with us. Like as Prabhuji said, like he will always be with us, and he is the one who is doing for us. Hare Krishna,
Yes.
Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you. Yes, Sindhu Mataji, you have raised your hand. Yes.
Yes, Mataji, I just wanted to say how, I read the verse, seventh one, how Naradji is so, even his curse became a blessing for them, the Nalakuvera and Manigriva.
Yeah.
And, so that was so nice, how it cured their disease altogether. Like how a father, he scolds the child or slaps the child to take some medicine like that, that beautifully.
Yes.
Prabhuji told. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Beautiful. With the Sadhu Seven Prabhu, with your permission, if I can add a point here. See,
Please, Mataji. Yes.
see, whether it is spiritual master, whether Krishna, or even for that matter, your mother and father at every house, because every house, why Lord has provided a mother and father. So mother is said to be Pratham Guru, isn't it? Why? Because she's the one who is even introducing her child to father. So how important is to understand whenever your mentor, your Guru Jana, your Shiksha Guru, your Diksha Guru, your senior, anybody chastises you, that is for your good. This is what we have to learn. Every house, you will see that mother and father, they shout at the child, or they are always, behind that, this is good for you and this is not good for you. So same way, we have to learn that even Narada Muni, though he cursed, but it became a blessing. Why? Because in the previous one of the shloka, if we see, Prabhupada very beautifully in one of the purport writes that Narada Muni approaches there that was auspicious for both the sons of Kubera. And Devarishi Narada happened to pass by chance. So these two words are very, very beautifully explained by Prabhupada, that this chance was not for Narada Muni, but it was a chance for the Kubera sons to get elevated. Though got cursed, but when they are asking for forgiveness, they are immediately getting benediction of that Lord himself will touch them and they will revive from their, this curse. So how beautiful it is. That means when the representative of the Lord, this is what Srila Prabhupada was. He was a representative of Lord. We were supposed to chant 64 rounds of Mahamantra, but because of the mercy, and Prabhupada was so passionate, so merciful, that he said, okay, chant 16. Chant 16 rounds. This is in the form of mercy by the Lord falling through. So we always need to see not having an aggressive mood. We must develop that mood of acceptance, as rightly Prabhu was saying now, that though the Gurujanas may shout or may chastise, but that is for our good. I remember once, when I was very new, I was making garland and I was not even aspired. I was not even sheltered. And after making the garland, because everybody was hari bari, and to the Panchatattvas, we were supposed to offer small garlands. And I was very, very fast to make. And some Prabhu comes and says, go, quickly offer. And I just took his word and I just went and offered. One of the senior Mataji came and she gave me left, right, center, right in front of everybody. And I was only with my head bowed down and my Ganga Jamna from my eyes was going on. And somebody comes and says, don't feel bad, please. And then somebody again comes and says, why she said like this was because all the deities, they are being, with the Pan Pratishta, so much of puja, archana, they have installed. So bare minimum, at least one should be sheltered devotee to go and garland. And I was not knowing this. I was new. I was totally new. And I was like, it took so many days for me to come out of that why did she shout me? And everybody who was there, somehow or the other, they were coming and trying to pacify me. Yes, it took little time, but even today, when I think of her, yes, because she shouted at me, I am conscious of every action of mine. If somebody is doing in front of me wrong, I go and try to correct. But I remember my days, and that's why sometimes I will just leave it. Sometimes I just leave it up to Krishna that, please, Krishna, give them strength, give them, save them, protect them. So this happens, how we have to take from the learnings. Dear devotees, so Kamalamukhi Mataji is waiting. If there is no more questions, we can do the Aarti. I hope everybody is ready with the ghee lamp. Kamalamukhi Mataji, we are ready for the darshan. Oh, so nice.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So we are ready for the darshan and ready for, taking Damodar Ashtakam from you.
Yeah, Mataji. दामोदर भगवान की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम् यशोदाभियोलुखलाधवमानम् परामृष्टमाद्यन्ततो धृत्यगोप्या रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं मृजन्तम् कराम्भोजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकं पात्रे रेखाङ्ककण्ठा स्थितग्रैव दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इति दृक्ष्वलीलाभे आनन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तम् आख्यापयन्तम् तदीयसिताग्नेषु भक्तर्जितत्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतावृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षां वदिं वा न चान्यं मृणेऽहं वरेशादपीहा इदं देव पूर्णाधा गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्याविरसां किमन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्बोजम् अत्यन्तनीले वृतं कुन्तलैः स्निग्धा रक्तैश्च गोप्या मोहोश्चुम्बितं बिम्बारक्ताधरं मे मनस्याविरास्तम् आलं लक्षलाभे नमो देवदामोदरनन्त विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख जलाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्याति दिनं बतानु गृहाणेश मामाज्ञं निरक्ष्यदृश्या कुबेरात्मजौ बद्ध वृत्यैव यद्वत् त्वया मोचितौ भक्ति भजौ कृतौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकमे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेहा नमस्ते स्तुधाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायात विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयाय प्रियायै नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयाय प्रियायै नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं यशोदाभियोलुखलाधवमानं परामृष्टमत्यन्ततो धृत्यगोप्या हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय दामोदर जय दामोदरा जय दामोदरा जय दामोदरा जय दामोदरा जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल दामोदर भगवान की जय कार्तिक मास की जय दामोदर अष्टकम की जय सत्यव्रत मुनि की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि
हरि हरि हरि बोल।
थैंक यू माता जी हरे कृष्णा
कमलाक्षी कमला मुखी माधवी देवीदासी माता की जय। थैंक यू माता।
प्रभुपाद की जय थैंक यू माता जी हरे कृष्णा
So, dear devotees, if you all have taken darshan, yes, there is need to. Thanks for your realization. Hare Krishna. Thank you all, dear devotees. Mataji, everybody is saying that your kirtan is lovely. Thank you so much, Mataji, for doing this seva. We thank ICF platform for giving us opportunity. So with that note, can we stop with everybody's permission if everybody is done? Thank you, Chitra Mataji, for appearing on screen.
Thanks,